we really want to come up with a drag queen that performs at the event called Don't put this on because we don't spoil our pun. I'm Tom Costello, and I am one of the co-founders of the Debt Gala. The Debt Gala is a fashion fundraiser that happens the night before the Met Gala. It is a dirty, downtown, scrappy parody charity that raises money for medical debt-related causes in the United States. I associate directed on a Broadway show in 2022, and my friends and I were at a bar afterwards talking about how disappointed we were that for all of the conversations that have been happening in our community about change, the healthcare system was so unfairly targeting and taking advantage of people who were most struggling. And we were on our phones at the time. We looked at the news and we were looking at the fact that the Met Gala was happening right then. There was all this coverage, and we said, why isn't somebody like doing something like this, but to fundraise for people who are most in need, who are most affected by wealth inequality? And we sort of looked at each other and said, well, why don't we do that? It was true for a time that the wealthiest and the most poverty-stricken congressional districts in the United States were only a couple miles apart from each other in New York City. That some of the people who make the absolute most amount and the people who make the absolute least amount live in the same city in the United States. Our medical system is terrible in that it is so expensive to get anything, to pay for anything. And especially that health insurance is very expensive for everyone, and so much of it is tied to employment that you can get health insurance if you are employed, but there are many people who aren't employed or who have a type of employment that doesn't give them that health insurance. And so therefore, the number one leading cause of bankruptcy in the United States is medical costs, that so many people actually just go into personal financial ruin because the cost of going to the hospital is too great. People in the United States, if they have an accident in the street, they will refuse the ambulance because they know how much it's going to put them in debt. As creative people, we knew that the things that we could do best were, one, get attention and get eyeballs on the event in the first place, because what we do is inherently a performance of creativity, and it utilizes the skills of so many weird people in New York City that just want to come out and make a great outfit that helps celebrate people. And then two, it helps raise awareness for the organizations that we're fundraising for. Oh man, the best outfits. I mean, there's so many incredible outfits we've had over the years. Our first year theme was garbage x glamour, so it was all about people using some kind of trash to make their own outfit. And we had an incredible one. There was a student, I think she was a student at the Fashion Institute, and she made one out of this beautiful dress out of mesh and garbage bags. This one woman made a shawl out of pink bubble wrap, and she also rolled bubble wrap down the red carpet and walked down it and popped it all the way down. I made one of used wooden train sets and made a train out of those trains. Last year we did sleeping baddies, which was all upcycled sleepwear or sleep-related looks. Another one of our friends made this amazing outfit out of old teddy bears. But then this year, I feel like was the best year yet. Our theme was Let Them Eat Cake, Ruined Riches. And people came out with incredible outfits. Some of them were French Revolution themed. My friend's parents came as, she was sort of a Marie Antoinette type character with a fan that said, "Let them eat plasma." And he was there on a chain, like in rags, and with a bag of like what looked like his own plasma that he's looking to sell. I think not intentionally, but there's something dirty and scrappy and alternative about it. We ask everyone to make upcycled or recycled or reused, thrifted, sustainable, some kind of somehow sustainable outfit. And so that means that people are also finding ways to repurpose things that are old. I made my outfit this year out of cardboard. Our red carpet is all scrap fabric. The thing that we New Yorkers like about the Met Gala, I think, is that it's an expression of creativity, that there are amazing outfits that are being shared on the red carpet, that there are some incredible designers who are doing really amazing work. Like Demi Moore had that like necktie dress this year, which I thought was really excellent, very campy and amazing. Sometimes very inspiring in terms of like just how people can dress themselves in fashion, and especially this year with the history of the theme. But also at the same time, for New Yorkers, the Met Gala is an incredibly expensive event. I think tickets this year were $75,000. I think it raised $31 million, I think is what it raised this year. I think we'll hopefully crack 31,000. So I think that it's also just a huge celebration of wealth, and it doesn't often do anything to help raise awareness of the people that are most in need. It's really hard to look at that event and see all that money being passed from people who have so much money to so many other people who have so much money to an institution that is amazing. And the Met is an incredible museum, and the Costume Institute is amazing, but also there are a lot of people who could use money right now, that it's hard to see so much activity around this one event. The way that the Debt Gala exists on the fringe of what the Met Gala does, we wanted the arts that are performing on the stage to represent that as well. And Ballroom is an incredible place in which that has always happened historically. And as soon as we reached out to PJ Adzema, who runs Stage Time, who produced the show, he was like, we have to get Robert Silk Mason to do the show. They are an incredible performer, they're an incredible dancer, and they must be part of this. And then they brought their whole dance house to perform in the event. We've always had drag as part of the performance. We haven't always had ballroom. Yeah, I mean, drag performers already understand camp and fashion and the performance of identity. They're some of the most natural people to be part of the event, and we wanted to figure out how to make that more central. This year we fundraised for two organizations. One of them is Undo Medical Debt, and Undo Medical Debt buys bundled debt for cents on the dollar. It's usually about 1 penny buys $1 worth of medical debt, because it is actually it's so inexpensive because it's so expensive to collect on that it's actually not worth very much. So somebody who owes $10,000 of medical debt, they actually can buy it for $100 and pay it off. And they do. It's amazing. So truly, like, if somebody gives us $25, it pays off for $2,500 worth of medical debt. And so just being able to raise awareness for that organization alone, in addition to the money we raise for them, is great. So we wanted to raise for them, but also, given the state of the current political situation in the United States, we really wanted to find a way to also support some of the people who are getting most impacted, and really wanted to find an organization that helps trans people and helps people of color. We found For the Girls, which is a New York-based, party-based, trans fund for Black trans New Yorkers, and they are really lovely and kind, and it's basically a mutual aid for Black trans people. And we especially wanted to help fundraise because of what we do for their medical fund, and so we wanted to help both raise awareness for them and especially raise money for that organization and what they do to help people who are most in need. It's a red carpet for the people. Our tickets were $35. They're very affordable. Plane tickets are more expensive, but we are really committed to making the event open to everyone. If people want to come, May 3rd, 2026, tickets will be available sometime probably in January or February, and we would love to see them there.